Hey friends, and welcome to this new video. Today we're back to talk about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, the new upcoming chapter, and in this video we're focusing on a topic I know you care a lot about, the price of the game. A few days ago I already made a video where we talked about the possible price of Chapter 5. Now the situation is different. We're getting closer and closer to the official release date, which is February 18, and thanks to the most recent updates, we can have much stronger confirmations. In today's video, I'll show you these updates directly. We'll look at the price that now seems to have been confirmed. Not only that, we'll also check the price of the game in every country where it will be available, because as you know, the cost can change depending on the region, and there are some interesting differences worth talking about. But we will not talk only about the price. We'll also analyze other details and small secrets related to Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. There have been recent movements that suggest something is really being prepared for the imminent release. And I want to show you everything carefully so we can think about it together. We're just a few days away from February 18. The wait is almost over. According to Mob Entertainment, this will be the best chapter of the series, and if these are the premises, expectations are definitely high. Before we begin, as always, make sure to leave a like if you're hyped for Chapter 5 and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. In these days, I'll be bringing more updates, analysis, and details about the game, so turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. With that said, let's get started and see what's going on with the price of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Let's go! To talk more concretely about the prices though, we need to move over to EpicDB. EpicDB is basically the equivalent of SteamDB, but dedicated to Epic Games Store titles. And this is important, because Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will not only release on Steam, but it will also be available on the Epic Games Store. So it makes sense to check both platforms to see if there are differences or confirmations. On EpicDB, we can see some details that are normally not visible on the public store page. We're talking about technical updates, internal changes, modifications that aren't always announced but are still tracked in the database. The Epic Games page for Chapter 5 was updated 4 days ago. We're not talking about a small tweak, but a series of updates that really look like the final ones before the official release. The new trailer has been added, the new screenshots are there, and even the header image has been updated with the lighting effects. Now the page is more complete to prepare the launch of the game. This makes us think that the Epic Games page has now reached its final pre-launch version. When a store page gets polished with trailers, updated images, and visual details, it usually means we're truly at the end of the road before release. But there's one key detail. Among all these changes, there has been no modification to the price. No update, no variation, no last-minute adjustment, and that's a very clear signal. It means that the prices we saw in the previous videos have not been touched, they haven't been changed, they haven't been corrected. And when we're this close to the release date, it's very unlikely that anything will be changed at the last second, especially after everything else on the page has been finalized. As a result, we can say with a good level of confidence that those prices are the final ones. So now we can get a much clearer idea of how much Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will cost in the different countries and start getting ready for launch day. We're no longer talking about guesses or speculation, but about data that, at this point, looks confirmed. Now I will show you the full list of the prices, so you can see the right price for your country. We've just looked at the prices based on the different countries where the game will be available. However, there's an important detail we need to keep in mind, otherwise there could be some confusion on release day. The prices we saw on EpicDB do not include taxes. This means that in some countries, when the game officially launches, the final price could be slightly higher than what we've just seen because taxes will be added at checkout. For example, in my country, the final price will probably be about €2 higher than the one listed on EpicDB, simply because taxes will be applied during the purchase process. We're not talking about a huge difference, but it's good to know this in advance, so nobody is surprised when they see the final total. Now, let's make this comparison. If we take the price of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 on EpicDB and compare it to the price of Chapter 4, which is also visible on the same site, we can notice something very clear. The price is exactly the same. And this is not something we should take for granted. If we think back to the previous chapters, each new chapter usually cost a little bit more than the one before it. There was always a small increase from one chapter to the next. It almost became a pattern over time. But this time, Mob Entertainment made a different choice. They did not raise the price. They decided to keep it the same as Chapter 4. And this is really great news for all of us. It means that despite the hype, despite the promises that this will be the best chapter in the series, there has been no price increase compared to the previous chapter. In a time when many games are becoming more expensive, seeing a stable price is definitely something positive. So to sum it up, yes, in some countries the final price might be slightly higher because of taxes, but the base price set by Mob Entertainment has remained unchanged compared to Chapter 4. And this allows us to confidently say that Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will not have a price increase compared to the previous chapter. Now let's move on to a specific part of the game's official description. If we carefully read the description of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, we find an expression that had already sparked a lot of discussion in our previous videos: tortured denizens. In earlier videos, we came up with several theories about who these tortured denizens could be. We wondered whether they were new creatures, forgotten experiments, or something even more disturbing. Now, however, we have much more concrete confirmations. In the official trailer, we discovered that we will meet a new character, Giblet. This is a mascot created from various patched together pieces, clearly assembled from different parts. From what we saw in the trailer, Giblet appears to be on our side, so he will most likely be an ally, or at least a character who does not attack us directly. The name Giblet is no longer just a theory. It has been confirmed by his voice actor, so now we know with certainty that this will be his official name in the game. We already know that the prototype transformed many people into mascots through experiments, but these mascota have the bodies assembled from different pieces. Mascots created by merging parts of other mascots in what seems almost like an industrial process. Then in that last ARG video we saw that Preston was transformed into a mascot with Catbee's head and other pieces from different mascots. When we put all these elements together, the picture becomes much clearer. The tortured denizens mentioned in the description do not seem to be random new monsters. They could be people transformed into mascots by the prototype during his experiments, creatures born from manipulation, and the forced fusion of different bodies and identities. We are at the ending of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye and see you soon.